the glorious roar of forced induction. Some people think a car is just a machine, a metal box on wheels, something to get you from your boring house to your even more boring job. Those people are wrong. A car is an extension of your soul. It's about freedom, noise, and most importantly power. And when you want more of that glorious power, you turn to something called forced induction. It's a brilliant idea, really. Instead of letting an engine breathe normally, you force-feed it air. It's like giving an athlete a shot of pure adrenaline. The engine wakes up, it stops being a sensible, economical little thing and becomes a raging beast, desperate to tear up the tarmac. It is, in a word, magnificent. Forced induction is the secret sauce behind some of the most exciting cars ever made. It's the reason a small, unassuming hatchback can suddenly embarrass a lumbering V8 at the traffic lights. It's the thunderous howl you hear as a muscle car pins you to your seat. This isn't just about going faster, you understand. It's about changing the very character of the vehicle. It adds a layer of drama, a sense of occasion to every single journey. You're not just driving to the shops anymore, you are commanding a machine that is straining at the leash, a creature of immense potential, all under the control of your right foot. It's a feeling of absolute, intoxicating control. The debate, then, isn't about whether forced induction is good. Of course it's good. More power is always good. The real argument, the one that has divided petrolheads for decades, is how you get that power. Do you go for the clever, exhaust-driven wizardry of a turbocharger, or do you choose the brutal, instant-on savagery of a belt-driven supercharger? This isn't a simple technical choice like picking between petrol and diesel. Oh no, this is a question of philosophy. It's about what you want from your car and frankly what kind of person you are. Are you a thinker or are you a bruiser? This choice defines your automotive identity. It's a tribal declaration. On one side, you have the tuners and tech heads who love the sophisticated whistle and the explosive rush of a turbo kicking in. On the other, you have the traditionalists and hot rodders who crave the gut-punching, linear surge and menacing whine of a supercharger. Each camp is fiercely loyal, convinced that their method is the one true path to motoring nirvana, and in a way, they're both right. But they are also, as you will see, completely and utterly different experiences behind the wheel. The showdown begins here. Let's start with the turbo. The turbocharger is an incredibly clever bit of kit. It's genius, really. An engine produces waste gases, right? Hot, useless exhaust fumes that just get chucked out the back. Well, some brilliant engineer decided that was a terrible waste. So they invented a device that uses that hot, escaping gas to spin a tiny turbine. This turbine is connected to another one which then crams more air into the engine. It's recycling. It's green. Well, not really, but it's making power out of thin air, or rather thin exhaust. It's something for nothing, and who doesn't love that? The feeling of driving a turbocharged car is unique. You put your foot down, and for a moment, not much happens. This is what we call turbo lag. It's the brief pause while the exhaust gases build up enough pressure to get that little turbine spinning at ludicrous speed. Some people hate it, they call it unresponsive. I call it anticipation. It's the deep breath before the plunge. And then, when it hits, my word, it hits. You get a sudden violent surge of power that shoves you back in your seat. It's a wave of acceleration that feels exciting and, in the best cars, wonderfully dramatic. This is why the turbo is the weapon of choice for the modern performance car. Think of the Porsche 911 Turbo, a car that has defined sophisticated speed for generations. Or the Nissan GT-R Godzilla, a technological masterpiece that uses its twin turbos to defy physics. These cars are all about precision and engineering. They use their turbos to deliver mind-bending performance from relatively small engines. It's the smart way to go fast. It's the thinking person's power adder, allowing for efficiency when you're just pottering about, and unholy speed when you decide to unleash hell. The turbo culture is one of tuning and technology. Owners will spend endless hours and fortunes on bigger turbos, complex engine maps, and blow-off valves that make that signature psh sound. It's a world of boost gauges, dyno charts, and the endless pursuit of squeezing every last drop of power from the engine. It's seen as the more intelligent, more modern approach. A turbo doesn't just give you power, it gives you a project. It's a journey of refinement and escalation, and for many, that is the entire point of owning a performance car. Now, the supercharger. If the turbo is a clever scientist, the supercharger is a heavyweight boxer. There's no subtlety here, no clever recycling of waste gases. A supercharger is driven directly by the engine itself, usually with a belt, just like the air conditioning. This means it's always on. The second you touch the throttle, it's working. There is no lag, there is no waiting. There is only instant, brutal, relentless power. From the very bottom of the rev range, it delivers a mountain of torque that feels like it could restart a dead planet. It is beautifully, wonderfully simple. Driving a supercharged car is an entirely different sensation. it feels like you have a much bigger engine than you actually do. The power delivery is completely linear. The more you press the accelerator, the harder it pulls, in one seamless, ever-building wave. And then there's the noise. Oh, the noise! A good supercharger emits a distinct high-pitched whine that rises with the engine's revs. It's the sound of raw mechanical power being generated. It's a menacing scream that tells everyone around you that this is not a car to be trifled with. It's pure, unadulterated automotive theater. This is the heart and soul of American muscle and British bruisers. Think of the Dodge Challenger Hellcat, a car so powerful it seems to actively hate its own rear tires. That monstrous power comes from a massive supercharger. Or look at the Jaguar F-Type R, a sophisticated British sports car with the heart of a hooligan. Its supercharged V8 snarling and crackling. These cars aren't about clever engineering or efficiency. They are about overwhelming force. They are a celebration of excess, a two-fingered salute to subtlety. They deliver sledgehammer performance with a soundtrack to match. The culture surrounding the supercharger is one of raw power and immediate gratification. It's for the driver who wants to feel the car's strength from the moment the engine turns over. There's no waiting for the power to arrive. It's always there, a loyal dog waiting for the command to attack. This is why it's beloved in the world of hot rods and drag racing. When the light turns green, you want power now, not in a half second. It's an old-school approach, perhaps, but it delivers a feeling of connection and raw mechanical force that many modern cars have lost. So where does that leave us? In the modern world, the turbocharger has, for the most part, won the war. Almost every manufacturer, from Ford to Ferrari, uses turbos to meet emissions targets while still providing the power we crave. They are undeniably efficient and incredibly effective. They have allowed us to have small, sensible engines that can transform into giants at a moment's notice. The turbo is the logical, rational choice for the 21st century. It's the head talking, the engineer's solution to a complex problem. And there is nothing wrong with that. The performance they enable is staggering. However, just because something is logical doesn't mean it's the most fun. There is a growing number of people, myself included, who miss the old ways. We miss the instant response and the glorious mechanical whine of a supercharger. We miss the feeling of a big, naturally aspirated engine. And a supercharger is the next best thing. It enhances the engine's character rather than changing it. It doesn't have that on-off feeling that some turbos do. It's a more honest, more direct connection between your foot and the engine's fury. It's the heart talking, not the head. In the end, this isn't really about which one is technically better. Both can produce absurd amounts of power. Both can put a massive childish grin on your face. The real question is about personality. It's a choice between two different philosophies of speed. The turbo is the silent assassin, the high-tech gadget that delivers a sudden shocking blow. The supercharger is the roaring Viking, announcing its arrival from a mile away and charging in with a battle axe. One is about surprising efficiency and explosive delivery. The other is about constant presence and overwhelming force. So, which side are you on? Are you drawn to the clever, sophisticated rush of the turbo with its high-tech wizardry and tuner culture? Do you love the idea of power on demand, appearing in a dramatic surge? Or do you prefer the instant, unapologetic muscle of the supercharger? Do you crave that linear pull and the menacing whine that comes with it, the feeling of pure, unfiltered mechanical grip? It's a choice that says a lot about what you look for in a car. As for me, well, more power is always the answer. How you get it is just a matter of taste. Now pick a side.